Okay. So in the previous session, we were talking about social networking and how social media platforms today are being used as time killers. They're fun, they're interesting, and everything is good. But when it comes to, for example, focusing on your online contacts and ignoring your family, is this positive? No. When you talk to strangers and you believe that you know them well, but in reality, they could be different from the image that they're trying to show you on social media. Like, for example, you might have a friend on social media that you don't really know in real life. Once you meet this person, you might not like the way he talks. You might not like the way he eats. You may not like the way he uses bad language. You might not like the way he talks to the waiter, for example. Okay, there are many people who are disrespectful in their daily conduct. Okay, also they said here that it's true that social media is bringing people together despite distance and everything. And in the past, people used to send letters or to make long calls on landlines. Today, social media is making communication much more practical. Okay, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that it is flawless. It doesn't mean that it has zero disadvantages. It has a lot of disadvantages. Also, what about fake emotions, like when you send haha or lol, or you send a laughing emoji? Do you really mean it, or do you always feel it? Not really. We also need to focus on, let me say, I guess we reached paragraph 6. Is it paragraph 6? Please, guys, remind me. 7? Okay, it's okay. I can read paragraph 6 again as a recap, just to remember what's there. Since the inception of social networking, the quality of conversations has dropped. I believe that people are spending so much time online that they don't always understand the feeling, emotion, or character of the person they're talking to. When you talk to someone through a message or even a voice, you can't always fully understand them. Do you believe, guys, that sometimes you don't deliver your message or your emotion or your feeling properly to the person you're talking to through texting? That's why here I noticed most of you prefer face-to-face contact or face-to-face conversations more than texting. Maybe you understand the emotions better, because sometimes if I'm lying to you through a text, it's difficult to realize, but when I'm lying to you face to face, you might notice this from my body language, from the look on my face, okay? So, all in all, face to face contact is much more effective. Social networking has ruined, okay, I'm not going to repeat paragraph 7 because we've just reviewed it, but in the past, people used to write letters. And writing letters requires a lot of thoughtfulness. Okay? Let me pause this for a second. Yes. All right, guys, I'll continue now. Paragraph 8. When I see my friends on their phones and I'm around them, I feel disconnected even though we are only 2 feet apart. Unfortunately, sometimes friends use their phones so much that it's difficult to have an actual conversation with them. Imagine you're sitting next to your friend and you're trying to start a conversation with him, and every time you start talking to him, he starts texting someone else. How annoying is this, and how disrespectful? Of course, it's annoying, disrespectful, and does it show, Ala, that you are giving any attention or any value to this person sitting next to you? At all. Okay, and this is creating gaps and holes in close friendships and close relationships. The new socially active era causes laziness because instead of running to your friends, you can message them. Like sometimes in the past, when you needed to see your friend or to talk to someone, you needed to go to your friend's house and spend time with him or her. But today, you just grab your phone, you text. This is also causing laziness because you're not doing any effort. Or instead of walking upstairs to notify the family of dinner, you can blog it, or you can send a message to the family group like, come to dinner, instead of going upstairs or going to the rooms of your family members and asking them to join your dinner. Social networking makes life so convenient that it creates laziness. Okay. We tell ourselves lies about ourselves and develop something we're not. Do you believe this is true? That sometimes, I'm gonna repeat it. Today, we are telling ourselves lies about ourselves, and we are developing something we are not. We are telling ourselves lies about ourselves. We're lying to our own selves.
Yes.
Like, for example, if on my social media I have 10,000 friends or 10,000 followers, but in real life I know 5 of them, does it mean I'm sociable? Does it mean I'm famous? Okay, but at the same time, I might be giving myself, I'm lying to myself on social media. Look at me. I have this number of followers, this number of likes, this number of reposts, whatever. Okay, but in real life, am I that popular? Am I that liked? Not really. Okay, so many people tend to tell themselves lies about their own selves. Look how the text continues. We post pictures of us looking perfect and share the good news. We never post pictures of ourselves when our dog dies, when someone we love leaves, and when we lose a job. Nobody posts anything about his failure. Okay, but that's the point. It means, is social media a reflection of your everyday life? No, it's a reflection of the best parts of your life that you want others to see. Okay? Yeah. But I mean, usually when you see your friend in real life in his worst days, in his ups and downs, in his failure, in his success, in his sorrow, in his happiness. This is friendship. To be with your friends in all situations. But your online friends, you only show them the best parts of your life, the ones that they can interact with, the things they'd like to see. They want to see you driving, clubbing, going out, having lunch, wearing your best outfit, working out, doing fun activities. Nobody wants to share your sorrow. Nobody wants to share your loss, your failure. Okay? So in this case, you are being very selective on what to show as the best image, your bright image, to those people who are watching on social media. We never share the bad news that always clouds our lives. We all develop this perfect image of ourselves, and some of us actually try to rely on this imaginative thought we have of ourselves instead of staying true to who we are. Do you believe that we should be very realistic when it comes to what we post on media, or should we post only the perfect things? Perfect things only? No, I mean, in your opinion, should we only post about the perfect things, or should we post like everything about our lives, even our failures, even our sadness, only the perfect things? Yeah, because in your opinion, no one is interested in knowing about your failure. They might be. and they might judge you about it. So that's why you prefer to remain on the safe side and to show the bright side only. I understand. Does anybody here have a different opinion? Ala, do you have a different opinion about this? Okay, so texting, look guys, texting, Facebook, Twitter, again, Twitter today is called X, and Gmail alienate us from our families more than we actually think it does. When my family is spending family time together and watching a movie, in reality, my brother and I are on our phones rather than actually watching the movie with our parents. Same thing, family dinner, family outing, visiting our grandparents. We might go, but what do? We text and we just post things and we share reels and whatever. But are we focusing on what our grandparents are doing? What our parents are speaking about? Nothing. When I have my phone out, it makes me feel like nothing else is going on around me. I use social media as a way to feel popular, important, and also just to fit in. My friends and I, do you notice here that they always say my friends and I, not me and my friends? Many of you say me and my friends. It's wrong. My friends and I always compare ourselves to each other, wondering who has more Facebook friends or Twitter followers. But that really ends up happening. But what really ends up happening is I begin to talk less and end up relying on text for a conversation. Ever since I got a smartphone, I have been distracted from everything. Can you live without your smartphone? No. So everybody has a smartphone. Everybody uses a smartphone, but it's a matter of how to use it. It's not wrong to use it, but we should use it effectively, smartly. It shouldn't kill our family time. It shouldn't kill the real us. Why am I supposed only to be worried about more followers, more popularity? I just want to do what everyone else is doing just to fit in. Okay, like for example, everyone is eating at that restaurant, I should go. Everyone is wearing from this brand, I should buy it. Everyone is trying a certain style, I should do. That's not the case. This is where social media becomes harmful. Okay, it's when everybody decides to go with the flow, to do what everyone else is doing without even thinking if it's suitable for me or not. Okay. The disadvantages of social networking and social media will continue to be studied for decades. What do we mean by decades? What's a decade? 10 years. What's a century? 100. What's a millennium? 1000. I repeat, one decade is 10 years. One century is 100 years. One millennium is 1000 years. So when I say the disadvantages of social networking and social media will continue to be studied for decades, for tens of years to come, in the meantime, we already know its significant source of concern among privacy advocates as well as parents who worry about their children's safety. So today, social media is a source of concern, of worry. Who is worried about it? Parents who are worried about their children's safety. They are worried about their children using social media excessively. But clearly, the disadvantages of social networking go much deeper than privacy and safety. These high school students describe some of the serious drawbacks to relationships, the foundation of a human development. This is everything related to the text, but can you please explain to me the last sentence here? These high school students described some of the serious drawbacks to relationships, the foundation of a human development. What do we mean by saying the relationships are the foundation of a human development? What do we mean by the word the foundation? The base. The foundation is the basis. What is the basis of a human development? Relations. How do humans develop? By forming relations, work relations, family relations, friendships, love relations. This is life. Okay? Your friendships, your family, your love life, your work, your colleagues, your boss, those are human relations. So when you develop them, you are developing your life. So that's why, because social media affects your life and affects your relationships, then it's becoming a major concern, of course, of course, of course. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. Please, guys, tomorrow, I'm not gonna give you homework, okay? But if you want, do exercise A, if you wanna at least think of it, and tomorrow definitely we'll be working on it in class together. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.